Civilization has been a permanent dialogue between human beings and water. The Los Angeles River runs 52 miles, sometimes a trickle and sometimes a powerful rush, sometimes a concrete basin and sometimes a fertile floor, sometimes an obstacle between neighborhoods, and sometimes the bridge between communities. The Los Angeles River is as diverse in form literally as it is a multi-purpose metaphor for potential. The river gave birth to the city. Because of its water source and the fertile land that the water created along its banks, the river gives life. From the Tongva Indians to the bustling metropolis of 3.8 million people who surround it today. However, perceptions about the river are as vast as the river is long. Just as one can stand at the Arroyo Seco and see a bevy of life, someone could stand at the train tracks in Boyle Heights and see the cold concrete and emptiness. Some stand at the river and see only utility, public safety, flood control, and abandonment, while others, regardless of where they stand at the physical boundaries of the river, see a cultural history and future, public ownership, and access. Then there are those for whom the river is absent from their conscience, just as water is absent from parts of the concrete channel.
There's logic and there's no logic. To me, it's about imagination. It's about possibility. It's also about, I guess the logic you could say is that you're dealing with infrastructure, you're dealing with a built system, and so that is the logic, that is the things that you can define.
I don't know anything about the logic of the LA River. To me, it's a ditch running through the city.
Many logics of the LA River, and I think that it's anthropocentric hubris to think that there's one truth, you know. So I think that the river is, in some ways, like a soul and a reflection of Los Angeles.
I think it could be beautiful. Right now it's just a block of cement, but I think it could be beautiful. Bike paths, parks, gardens. We've talked about, we do a lot of edible gardening here at Homegrown Cafe, and we've talked about how neat it would be if certain space could be sectioned off to have big community gardens. It's a huge amount of space. So I think that would be a wonderful way to utilize it, and it connects the city, so it would be even better.
I don't think there is a logic. I think people just want to come paint, and this is, I mean, it's pretty safe here. I mean, you run into people that are pretty dangerous, but I mean, times have changed now. You know, everyone's a hipster now, and everyone gets along, and you know, it's okay now.
Hipster is the great unifier.
Hipster's a new thing.
Like at first, it wasn't all seem. It was like those like in the early days, people like experiment like first they put like mud stuff, but then when the winter came, it washed away. So they put like some kind of other concrete, and it like washed away. So this only like concrete that was gonna be stable with water.
So yeah, so like.
And the logic was that when people, the pobladores first just came to LA, they stopped here. They stopped in LA because there was water there, and that was the LA River. I think that was the logic then. It served the natural purpose. I think the logic as the city evolved was to constrain the water that came, that fell on the ground, and to protect property that had been developed around the river. So that was the logic then. And I think the logic of it today is that we recognize that that the water and the river is not a nuisance, that it actually serves a purpose for habitat, and that it definitely serves a purpose for